Welcome to this video. And in this video, I would like to talk about healing after deep trauma. A lot of people, when they experience a deep trauma, they are overwhelmed with the grief that they did not understand or were not conscious of the depth of someone else's wickedness or unrighteousness or maliciousness, whatever it is. And this pain and sadness, of course, makes one feel like that whatever happened, is the worst thing that could have ever possibly happened. And why didn't they stop it? Why didn't some divine spiritual forces intervene? Why didn't someone warn them? These are all common thoughts, energy that even I that I've dealt with. And what I have seen pull one most out of the darkness and into the light. And when I say darkness, I just mean like the depths of depression and pain about the trauma is, number one, accepting that the person, the self, was not able to stop what happened, and not feeling bad about other people's wickedness, not feeling bad about their wickedness versus your innocence and your love. I mean, it's like feeling bad about yourself because you're love, feeling bad about yourself because you're innocent. And it's easier said than done, because most people are going, when they're in those type of, circumstances, they feel, like their love was used against them as a weapon, because it was. And just holding space for ourselves through that energy, through those emotions, through those raw emotions, I think that that's definitely comforting. Somebody could look at it and say, oh, well, why are you sitting there in victimhood? But if you don't deal with the fact that you're pissed off that nobody warned you, or pissed off that you didn't warn yourself, then that energy could show up later. So for me, it's authentic to allow yourself to have those feelings. And if you feel like you should, fuck that person up, you wish you could kill them, to me, it's healthy to have those feelings. Now, I know some people are like so spiritual and so high vibrational that they're just like, no. But I feel like for someone to learn how to govern their emotions properly, it's fine and healthy to go through the spectrum of those emotions, because you know that it's a part of nature. We live in a world where people are their animalistic side, or whatever people want to call it, their wild side, or their type A personality, however that people want to classify it, is domesticated. It's not wild. So people can't, for the most part, don't usually just go out and attack people and get revenge and stuff like that, even though there are some cases. But for the most part, people that are controlling themselves, I think it's important to make peace with self about the incident, the circumstance, whatever it was that you didn't like. making peace is allowing the self to shed the tears. Don't mind if some people is like being nosy, thinking that you're in victimhood because you gotta cry. It's good to get it out. It's good to release it and feel relief that you are like a baby in the universe, basically. Like, that's how I felt sometimes when I was crying like a baby. You know, it's like, no, this shit did not motherfucking happen. Ma! You know, so I think that's okay. As long as one gets, you know, back to balance and out of that, you know, seemingly endless, delirious energy, because that energy can just, when it's a deep trauma, it can just go on and on and on and on and on. And I used to be like, well, I don't know what's wrong with people. Why don't they just snap out of it? But when the trauma is deep, it's not just a process of snapping out of it. It is a whole healing, and it's a process. So I just wanted to share that because I have moved through some deep trauma because I trusted some wicked people. And there might be some people out in the world moving through this, healing those aspects of self. So I want to offer encouragement and empowerment to make peace with yourself and completely love and nurture that part of you that was just so innocent and so loving and so trusting, because it's not your fault for being loving. It's not your fault for being trusting or being innocent. It is just the nature of the beings that are in that energy where they want to use love and kindness as a weapon to attack people and harm them. So we have to, for all those that are on the healing journey from those type of things, we have to stay firm in knowing that, hey, like, just differentiate. Yes, sure, I could have been more cognizant of the depth of this person's unrighteousness or evil, but even though I wasn't, I'm not going to take accountability for their evil or wickedness, because they could have chose differently. They could have operated differently. So I think that those are really important things that I wanted to share in this video. I just kept feeling like you can't blame yourself for being loved. You can't blame yourself for being innocent, for having compassion, for your love being used as a weapon against you, because then you just get filled with so much hate. Well, not you, but you know, the person can get filled with so much hate and disgust for self and for love. Just mad at love and mad at everything. But the wholeness is loving yourself for being so loving to give people the opportunities that you gave them, regardless of what they did with the opportunity. I think a part of the healing process is separating that, just for peace and acceptance. Of course, it is a whole thing, but separating that, yes, you are a beautiful person because you decided to provide love and compassion, pure love and compassion, without any expectation, you know, without any accolades or for any gratification. Like there was no vision or no visible gratification that you were going to get out of it. You were just in it just to help that person. And then they showed up as a demon and as a demon and as a devil. That is their problem, not yours. So I wanted to say that it's really, really important to embrace that part of yourself again, because I think the part of the healing process is like just that anger and frustration with self for being loving and compassionate. But we have to, in the healing journey, move past that and embrace that part of ourselves again. It doesn't mean that you're gonna be a Care Bear for a damn Care Bear murderer again. No. It just means that you fully, wholly love yourself and embrace yourself. And it can be hard because some of that trauma is just feels soul breaking, you know, because it's like, no, I didn't exist for this, you know, I didn't agree to this. But we love ourselves enough to want healing. We love ourselves enough to want to move forward. We love ourselves enough to want wholeness. And I think that is where the true balance and healing starts to come in. It's just that desire for complete and total healing. If someone doesn't want complete and total healing, then it's gonna be a process, a constant battle between the part of them that's grieving and depressed and angry and hurting, and then the part of them that wants healing. Constant tug of war or seesaw. So as long as the person wants to love themselves again and not hate themselves for somebody else's wickedness and not hate themselves for being loving and innocent, then the healing energy will stay, and it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger until person begins to feel like themselves again. And that's what I've been witnessing on my healing journey. So I just wanted to share, and I hope that this message is beneficial for somebody out there in the universe. And if you feel called, join the conversation by hitting me up in the comments. And I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. And please feel free to share if you want. Thank you. Peace.